I want to end on a fun topic, and I will link this video below because I don't expect you to go through the whole thing that you've already discussed. But you were invited by The Weeknd to go to his show. That's one of your favorite artists, and you've reviewed him multiple times. So I don't want you to explain the whole backstory because people can go click on your video and watch the full thing. But how cool of an experience was that someone you reacted to actually enjoyed your reaction to the music and then getting to meet the man himself in person?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the maddest things about doing this pretty much since the beginning was some of the artists seeing and reacting to the fact that we'd reacted, or speaking about the fact that we'd reacted to the music, and then me on my own reacted to the music, and massively gratifying whoever it was. I think the very first person who acknowledged what I was doing back when Rock Reacts was a channel was JPEG Mafia. I think he maybe knew who my partner Simon was because he was like a wrestling fan, and Simon did loads of wrestling videos. But regardless, and then it's happened more and more over the years. But that moment when I was in jiu-jitsu training, and I got out and my phone was blowing up, and it's just because just before I'd gone in, loads of people have been tagging me in this video of him from Coachella doing the slow sunglasses thing, which was obviously like a trademark from my videos, and I've done it on my videos reacting to his music. Sorry. GA for AG. So for a joke, I just say you're a fan, Abel, because I knew that would bang on Twitter. I didn't think he would see that. I was just like, well, that's going to bang on Twitter, right? Phone in a pocket, go to the gym. And I come out, and obviously, if you follow me and you followed me for a while, he goes, what did he just put, like the sunglasses emoji or something? I've had so many interactions with him now, I can't exactly remember what it is.
I'll find the tweet. It'll be posted up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's nothing like people you admire also admiring your work.
So that was insane straight away.
He's the biggest artist ever, so that's even crazier.
Yes. So that happened, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to DM him because I'm 99% sure he won't see it. He's got like 70 million Instagram followers or whatever it is, but why wouldn't I? I mean, worst thing that's going to happen is it just doesn't get seen, which is almost definitely going to happen. DM'd him's like, well, I can't remember exactly what I said. Like, thank you so much for doing this. Obviously a huge fan. I can't remember what I said. And then literally within 5 minutes, 2 DMs back. And at that point, that was the moment. The first one was wild, but that was the one that sent the shivers down my spine. Like the whole body was like, what the fuck is happening? And then, just some conversations in the DMs, a bit more back and forth online, and then ends with the invite to the London show. That was hoping maybe I'd get to meet him. It wasn't quite explicit whether that was going to happen. Made a video about that. He saw that video, and then it was a video about how because I like to like Trojan horse some like self-improvement stuff in my videos. If you know me, that's kind of the thing anyway. And it was more about like how I push myself out of my comfort zone to make videos in the first place, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he loved that. He DM'd me with some hearts about that video, and then was like, I'm really sorry I didn't get to meet you at the London show, but like come to one of the other European shows and we'll make it happen. So I was like, we've got to fucking go to one of these shows. So we figured it out, which is difficult because obviously I've got kids. My wife was coming too. So we had to figure out somewhere that they were going to get looked after, and overnight we don't have family close or anything. Figured it all out, got the flights, got over to Paris, and then after I was like still in the hotel room before we were going. I was like, surely it's going to happen, but at the same time, he's about to play a show to 80,000 people in the French national football stadium. Things can change, and ultimately meeting me compared to him being prepared for that show, meeting me isn't important. I get that. But it happened, and he was, as I've said in the video, impossibly cool, like impossibly nice, impossibly friendly. Like the type of person that if you just met a person like that at a party, or like you were just introduced to someone like that, you go, oh, that guy's fucking well sound. Like, and it was The Weeknd. And 30-minute conversation, asking, like genuine back and forth conversation about life, about, I was actually explaining to him about the various different stadiums in Europe that, some of which he played, and then he hadn't played Wembley at that point. So I was telling him about how big Wembley was and stuff like that. So that was cool. And then the cool videos with the sunglasses and things. And then honestly, me and Nat, my wife, we walked out of there after 30 minutes with them, 25 minutes, whatever it was. And Catronado was playing because he was on tour with him.
Yeah.
And we just stood there like in an absolute daze. And I just have this memory of me and her just kind of laughing at each other. Like, I'm just like full adrenaline for the last an hour or whatever it was, kind of feeling exhausted. And it's like Catronada's beats just thumping over the sound system in the Stade de France. And just, I don't think I really came back to life for like 2 or 3 days. After that, it was too weird, but it was amazing. And to meet somebody that I've spoken about or to have an interaction with somebody that I've made videos about is amazing, and I've had a few since and before, and I met Danny Brown the other day, which was really cool.
Oh shit.
But for the number one, for the biggest artist on my channel, the reason my channel is big, and basically, give or take, the biggest artist in the world during one of the biggest tours of all time, for that to be the one where I felt like I fucking completed it now, like, what am I supposed to do now? Which is why honestly, is actually one of the reasons why I'm sort of branching out and trying some different things. But because I can't I did the thing. I can't believe it. I was sitting there in this room, this little room that I'm in now, listening to House of Balloons, listening to Echoes of Silence, listening to After Hours when it came out with everybody, listening to Dawn FM when it came out with everybody. And then just a few like short years later, being in the room with him because of that, and not only meeting him, but meeting him and he knew who I was. That's the craziest thing. There's one thing meeting a celebrity, getting a photo, that's mad anyway. But to meet a guy of that level of fame and he knew me? Impossible. It doesn't even make sense. It still doesn't make sense, but it kind of does because, you know, those videos, I think the House of Balloons ones are 800,000 views now, which there's YouTube videos that do 10x that comfortably, but that's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of eyeballs, and it goes to show that every single one of those eyeballs, or 2 eyeballs, can be, you know, somebody mad. Like, it can be the artists themselves or the thing that you're talking about themselves, and, you know, actually might well be because they're quite often tapped in like that. So, you know, that's a big part of my thing, just when people are starting their content creation journey or their creative projects or something, you never know. It's a cliche, but you actually never know. You just spoke about that guy who's done 4 videos and now he's speaking to Ye.
It's crazy.
Like, it can happen. Yeah. It's no guarantees, but do you know the only guarantee is it won't happen if you don't do it. You don't start. That's the guarantee. It definitely won't happen then. So yeah, that was just proof positive of what can happen when I put the short video out there of us doing the sunglasses, and I just wrote nothing is impossible because it's like, how is this?
Gotta shoot your
shot.
Fucking
happened. How is that genuinely? How am I doing this with him? But there you go.
That gave me chills. Shout out to Abel, the legend.
Yes, yeah, always.
Yeah, like I've planned and daydreamed in my mind meeting J. Cole. Every time I'm in New York City, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see him on a bicycle, and I'm gonna do the speech that I've planned my entire life. So maybe if I make enough Tremaine content, the man will hear me out, or Ebe, the head of Dreamville.
Yeah, just keep putting it out into the universe, man. That can be your story. You know, was it Ryan Trahan's story that you wanted to meet Dr. Phil? I'm English, so I didn't even really know who Dr. Phil was, but it was a good video. And shout out Ryan Trahan, the guy's brilliant. But, you know, you make it your story from day one. That's a good story for the channel. Like, you're going to get in a room with Jermaine. I can see it happening. Why not? He seems...
Everything's part of the story.
He's a cool guy.
My college friends have a bet of the over and under and how many years it will take me to meet J. Cole. They set it at 5 years, and they all took the under.
From now?
From right now. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's...
We'll see I
reckon you can do it in 3.
There we go.
But is it meet J. Cole at a signing, or meet J. Cole at a meet and greet, or is it meet J. Cole in, like...
Meet J. Cole, I think, through one of my own business dealings, whether it be working in the music industry or doing this and interviewing him.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Yeah. I'll give you 3 years. 3 years. So what January 24? Let's see what happens January 27.